everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Maggie, and today I'm going to be giving you an update on my inventory of beauty products. So this is not for makeup, but it's hair care, body care, skin care, everything really besides makeup. And I'm tracking this because I think it's something that it's easy for me to kind of forget what I have when it's all stashed away in the closet, right? And it also helps me kind of shape what I'd like to do for my project Use It Ups for the future, which is a quarter-long goal that I have to kind of finish products up. It's usually all skincare, body care, hair care type stuff. I can link my playlist of those if you're interested, but I think having these check-ins is good too, so I can kind of give you my thoughts and comments. So I have my computer here. I'm gonna actually move it in front of me, and I took photos of the different items. So I'm gonna kind of like put them up here next to me as I talk through them. So I'm gonna start with hair care, and then we'll do body care, and then end with skincare. So I'm gonna leave timestamps down below if you're more interested in certain areas. You can jump around. But yeah, let's go ahead and start with hair. So for hair, we currently have a lot of shampoo. So as you're seeing here, there's kind of a variety of things going on, but I have all the Head and Shoulders there are for my boyfriend. That's the shampoo he uses, and then everything else I'm kind of working on. So I kind of keep that in mind. Our goal number is not 1. Usually my goal number is 2 to 3 in most categories. If my boyfriend and I use something different, or to have a travel size, that kind of thing is nice for our lifestyle anyway. So I have 7 shampoos. The Tresemme one is almost done, and then I will move into the Nexus for my hair. Moving into conditioners, we have 4 currently. The one Nexus that has its pump up is almost done, so the new Nexus is its replacement. And then I'm working on the Tresemme one as well, and then I also have my hair mask, which I am counting kind of like in the conditioner category. I didn't want to get super granular, but yeah, that is also included. So 4 total right now. For like leave-in type products, we have 3, 2 of those Not Your Mother spray, the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day, and then I also have the hair oil here. So just one hair oil that I use. And then here are all the other kind of like styling products. So I have 2 curl creams. I'm trying to use up that Not Your Mother's one first, and then I'll stick with the Shea Moisture. I've got 2 hairsprays, 1 full size, 1 mini, 2 dry shampoos, 1 full size and 1 mini. And then on the end, I have a hair treatment for my scalp. I'm having like some hair thinning, so it's just a mix of oils that I'm, rubbing into my scalp every couple days. So that kind of wraps it up for hair care. Overall, I feel okay. I don't feel like I'm completely overwhelmed. I think the shampoo is a little much, but past that, I think we're doing okay. The other thing with hair care is it takes a while to use it up. I don't wash my hair every day, so I'm not styling it every day either. And so that's kind of a consideration that I'm trying to learn is I don't actually need this many backups of things because I only wash my hair, twice, maybe 3 times a week. So it's not like I need a ton of shampoo because I don't use it all day, every day, But yeah, I feel pretty good overall. And yeah, let's move into body care next, shall we? So first here we have our shaving creams. This is a really good change. So we have 3 in total. My boyfriend uses that Gillette. I use the Tree Hut, and then there's the mini shave cream. We used to have a couple other of the minis, but we're down to just the one, which is nice. And this is actually a new one. I used up the 2 minis this winter sometime. And then, yeah, we purchased a new mini because he's starting to travel again. So he needed, one to bring in his bag, but really pleased with where this is at. This is kind of the ideal just to have 1 in each of these categories. Next we have body powder and body oil. So we have a ton of body powder. It's not like quite the season for this, but I do enjoy using body powder in the spring and summer when it does heat up. It's nice, if you're wearing shorts, to put, at least for me, a little bit in between my thighs so there's less rubbing. I also like to use it underneath my boobs for under boob sweat. It makes a big difference. So it's something that is coming up, but it's not quite the season for it yet. And I think a lot of these are kind of like half full. So I'm hoping that we can whip through maybe like 2 of these this summer and have, a little bit less of a powder stash. As far as body oil, I just have the one, the Jason Vitamin E oil. I really like that one. I use it after the shower on certain areas of my body, and it just feels really, really rich and moisturizing. So I don't need more than one. I'm pretty happy with where that is at. Next is body wash type items. So on the one side we have the bottles of it. As you can see, that swab is upside down. There's just a little bit left. So I did purchase that Up and Up body wash recently to replace it. And then we have that mini Dove men's again for travel. So I feel like the liquid body wash is in a good spot. In the little Tupperware are my body shower gels. I use the Lush Naked shower gels, which are actually discontinued now, but I had a few of them and I cut them up into bars, so it's basically like using a bar of soap, and it's just a little bit easier for me to use when they are in bars. So I have them in this container to help them stay fresh and not dry out, but I used to have quite a few more, so I'm down to 6 bars. I use about 1 bar a month, maybe a month and a half, depending on if I use anything else, that would distract me from finishing them up. So I feel, good there. And like I said, these are discontinued. So once they're done, I don't really have the option to repurchase them anymore. And I'll probably just go to the liquid body wash since it's already in the shower and it's one less thing that I need to buy a duplicate of. But that is going to be my focus, is to finish up those bars this year. Next we have body scrubs. So we have 3 right now, the Tree Hut one and then 2 from K&S Soapworks. I really like the K&S Soapworks because they're really rich and moisturizing. It's kind of like an exfoliating body wash. It's pretty gentle but polishing, whereas the Tree Hut scrub is definitely a scrub. So I like to have both types of formulas because they're, I use them a little bit differently, but I'm pretty happy with the number I'm at right now. I don't feel like it's overwhelming by any means. Okay, next is bath products. So I have 2 bags of Epsom salt. The one in the front is almost done, so the one in the back is my replacement. I really like that Up and Up coconut oil. It makes the bath really soft with the salt and a little bit of oil in there. I really like it. And then I have 2 bubble bars from Lush that I will cut up. So it's the candy cane one and then the mermaid tail. In the middle is the Butter Bear, which is a bath bomb. So that's a 1 or 2 use type product. If I cut it in half, I can get 2 uses out of it. And then on the end, I have a bath oil. So I just like to put a dropper in. It's kind of more of a eucalyptus type scent, so it helps with muscle relaxing. But yeah, overall, I feel like my bath situation is pretty under control. I definitely like using the bubble bars because, it's less packaging and there's kind of some really cute varieties. But when I cut them up, I'm getting 6 to 8 baths out of one of them. So that works out really well for me, even though the Lush ones are a little bit more expensive. And at the end of the day, I'm dividing the cost of the Lush by 6 or 8, and that makes it a lot easier. Next I have, cuticle oil or balm type things. I have the Aquaphor, of course, and then the Lush Ultra Balm sample. That Ultra Balm is in my Project Use It Up right now, so it should be done by the end of the quarter. I'm hoping. There's really not that much left in there, so I just have to be good about using it. And then the biggest category, lotions. So this isn't even all of them. There's 2 missing from this photo. 1 more of those Nivea bottles in the blue, and then also one of the Jergens tanning lotions. I forgot to grab it for this photo, but that one's halfway. So anyway, yeah, a lot of lotion. This has always been kind of the point of contention. It's something that I'm constantly working on. So I use that Alba Botanica one. Is almost done. I'm using that one every night, and then after that I'll just grab another one. I'm trying to kind of save these mini ones. The 2 Sol de Janeiro ones I want to save for a trip that I have coming up in May, just to have that scent memory there. And then the Aveeno one, the Bliss, and the one in the little black packaging, I'm also kind of trying to put off to the side a little bit. I'd rather focus on trying to use up the Suave or one of those Nivea ones while I'm at home, where it's a lot easier for me to use the pump and just go for it. So definitely don't need any lotions anytime soon. Bars of soap, I have 2. So I have the Mrs. Meyer's full one and then a little one from a hotel. I use these to clean my makeup brushes, so 2 is more than enough, especially that it's a full size and a mini. Usually that mini one I put into my travel bag if I need it, but usually right now I'm using that Mrs. Meyer's to wash my brushes and it works really well. So overall for body care, I feel like I'm in a good spot. The lotions definitely need to be reined in. And then I have that goal to finish up all of those bars of the Lush Naked Shower Gel. And if I can do that, I'll feel really good with where I'm at. But those are the two areas I definitely want to focus on. Everything else I feel like is okay. It doesn't really bother me knowing how much I have, but those two kind of are like, oh, I should probably focus on them. So that's what I'm trying to do. Let's move into skincare next. Starting with skincare, I have here both makeup removers and cleansers. So I have one full-size makeup removing balm and then 2 mini, and all of them have some sort of use in them. None of them are actually full, but I do like having a little size and a full one. But in the future, I don't know that I need to buy a little size. I might just keep one of these containers and scoop out, some for my full size if I need it for traveling. I don't need to purchase a second one, And then for cleansers, I have 2, the one in the Bliss with the pump, that one's at my sink, that's what I use every night. And then the one that says, only if you want, is in the shower. My boyfriend asked me to put together a skincare routine for him, and I had to label step 1, step 2. But this one lives in the shower. I don't really know if he uses that cleanser, but I do in the shower. I like to have it, especially if I usually will work out in the shower right after. And so it's nice to just wash the sweat off my face and, just be done with it. Also in the summer when we're out on the boat where I'm not really wearing makeup or anything, but I have a lot of sunscreen on and sweat, it's nice to be able to take a shower and just wash my face right there. So that will take a while to finish up, but I'm okay with having 2. That's actually ideal for me because I don't want to be moving my cleanser back and forth in and out of the shower, Okay, next we have my eye stuff and my moisturizers. So I have 2 eye items listed here in the photo, but I also have a jar of the Good Molecules under eye patches. They're in my fridge. So I count that under my eye stuff category, but as far as actual daily treatments and creams and stuff, I like that Ordinary one for the morning time. It's their caffeine solution, and then the Glow Recipe for evening time as my actual eye cream is really nice too. For moisturizer, I have 4 right now, and I'm almost done with that yellow one in the front. That's the Glow Recipe banana one. I think I just have a day or 2 left in it, and that'll be done. So then I'll start working on one of those Clean and Clear watermelon ones, and we'll go from there. But those are all evening moisturizers. I don't use any of those in the morning time. Here are all my serums and treatments. So I kind of categorize them by the ingredient. I have a pretty standard skincare routine as far as what ingredients I use, but as the product might change. So I always have a spot treatment that is the Lush Grease Lightning. I always have a vitamin C serum. Right now it's that Derma E one. It's the only one I have. And then in the middle is my AHA or my exfoliant. So I'm using the Derma E one, but I have 2 other overnight peel type serums that can be in that spot. I've got 1 retinol, and then I've got 2 and a little packet sample of a moisturizing hyaluronic acid type serum. But my skincare routine, basically one night I use my AHAs, the next night I use retinol, the third night in that week I'll use hyaluronic acid. And I just rotate through. I'd never buddy or double them up. It's just rotates through the week, and that's been working really well for my skin. I'm really pleased with that. So anyway, all that to say, I have quite a few different treatments and serums here. I have 9, but they all kind of serve a purpose, and I just use one at a time. So a couple of them I have backups on, and the other ones, once I finish them, I'll have to purchase a new replacement. Here we have my morning SPF. Right now I just have 1, and this is my favorite one. It's the Paula's Choice. I was going to, after this one, get the Crave Beach Shield, but I actually found out that that has been pulled from the market because the SPF claims did not match what the actual SPF is after testing. So they've pulled that off the market, which I guess is good that that happened. That's a good reaction, but I'm kind of sad I never got to try it, but I'm also kind of happy because it actually wasn't that high of SPF. So there's a lot of mixed feelings, but the Paula's Choice Youth Extending Daily Hydrating Fluid SPF 50 is my favorite. If you have oily skin, you have to check it out. And then I have my facial oil. I just have that one. It's a squalane oil from Good Molecules that I use at the end of my evening skincare routine. Okay, here are masks and treatments. So I have the Blue Tansy mask from Art Before. I really, really love that mask. It has AHAs and BHAs in it, so it just totally cleans out your skin. In the Mask of Magnum Mint Tea jar there from Lush, it's not actually a mask. I used that mask up years ago. I have the Indian Healing Clay in there, that like most powerful clay facial. It is pretty dang powerful. So I just have some of that clay in there instead of having the whole like tub. And then I have 3 little samples from Bliss of different masks from their, collection or range that I kind of, jump between. And then I also have some physical exfoliants. So I have 2 like packets and 1 little sample, but they're all like little, grains that you either add to your cleanser or just with water to physically exfoliate your skin, and that's it. And I really don't use those very often. I probably should just use them up and be done with them. I don't really feel like I need to have those in my routine, So as far as the masks go, I'm pretty pleased with where I'm at. I'd like to get through all of those sample ones, and then maybe pick out like 1 or 2 other masks to have. I like to have, a clay mask, which I have that Indian clay mask that's going to last me my entire life. I'd like to have some sort of like hydrating mask, and then another like kind of like brightening or something like maybe with acidics in it to just help with, texture and things like that. So that's kind of where I'd like to be with masks, but I'm not totally upset because these are mini sizes, so they're going to be fast for me to finish up anyway. Next we have toners. So I currently have 5. I would like that to be down to 1 or 2. But it is what it is. The Body Shop one is almost done, and I'm using that niacinamide one in the morning. It's nice, but I don't know if I need a toner in the morning. I haven't really decided if I would repurchase that or not. Like if it came in a kit, I would love it and use it, but I don't know if I need to actually seek out to buy it, if that makes sense. But the Good Molecules glycolic acid toner I love. I actually use that on a cotton round on the backs of my arms where I have KP. It makes a world of difference between like a scrub in the shower and the actual like chemical exfoliant, and then putting lotion on top. It really makes a difference in the texture of my arms as well as the appearance with the red, splotches and things. And I also have 2 samples of the Paula's Choice BHA, which I still haven't tried, so I should probably do that soon. Lastly, here we have my lip balms and lip scrubs. So I have 1 lip scrub and I currently have 3 lip balms, which is perfect. I guess if I were to do anything different, I'd have 1 more EOS lip balm. I actually did have 3 and I used 1 up, so I would like to replace that one, but I don't need to, like it's just kind of, if I wanted to, I could, but I probably don't need to. But this is a good combo for me. I can have them in different places, and I have no problems, losing them anymore because I finally just have 1 in each spot. Like I have 1 at my desk, 1 on my bedside, and then 1 in my bag, and then the lip scrub is in my bathroom. So overall with skincare, I feel okay. There's a lot of mini things, and there's a lot of products that I'm just like naturally using. They're part of my routine. With thinking about like those serums, I'm okay having like maybe 1 backup for each category, but I really wouldn't like to have 2 backups, which is kind of the situation there where I've got, 1 going and 2 backups. So that's something I would like to work on. But as far as the other items, I feel pretty good about where I'm at. I definitely have items I can use up. I don't need anything immediately, which is a nice feeling. So, I just feel pretty comfortable with where I am. I'm just going to keep focusing on use what I have and don't excessively buy anything because I already have what I need. That's really where my shift needs to happen, is that I don't have to buy a skincare product every time I see it and I want it. I can put it on my list. I'm doing a whole low buy series this year where I talk about what's on my list. I have a whole section of like, when I'm done with this, I want to try this. So I have my notes. I will get to the products eventually, but I don't need them right now. So that is going to be it. I would love to know, how are your stashes doing? What's your problem area? Where do you just feel like you have all these bottles and you don't understand why? I want to know. I'm kind of nosy that way, but I think it's kind of fun to talk about that because everyone is different. Everybody has different things that they really hold on to. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.